Uzi Narkiss was an Israeli general. Narkiss was commander of the Israel Defense Forces units in the Central Region during the Six Day War. Narkiss appears in the famous photograph of Defense Minister Moshe Dayan flanked by Chief of Staff Yitzhak Rabin and himself, taken in the Old City of Jerusalem shortly after its capture from Jordanian forces in the 1967 Six-Day War. Biography. Uzi Narkiss was born in Jerusalem to Polish Jewish parents. His first memory was of going into hiding during the 1929 Arab riots. Narkiss attended high school at Gymnasia Rehavia. He joined the Palmach at the age of 16 and was involved in Haganah operations against British mandatory forces in Palestine. Military career. In April 1948, Narkiss headed the assault on Katmon, capturing the monastery at San Simon, a key strategic position. Following the final departure of the British and the Israeli Declaration of Independence, Narkiss was appointed to assist those besieged in the Jewish quarter of the Old City. Narkiss's unit succeeded in penetrating Zion Gate, bringing in supplies and evacuating the wounded from those under siege. When military reinforcements failed to appear, however, Narkiss ordered his men to retreat, with the Old City falling to Jordanian forces shortly thereafter. Narkiss spent several years in France during the formative years of Israel, seconded to study at the École de Guerre and later in the capacity of Israeli military attaché, having been awarded the Legion d'honneur by the French government. Narkiss returned to Israel to continue his military career and in 1965 became the first director of the Israel National Defense College. In June 1967, with 7 brigades under his command, Narkiss was responsible for combating any possible Jordanian offensive. Capturing the Old City was not part of the plan. Israeli units moved effectively to take key positions in East Jerusalem, where one key location was Ammunition Hill. Still, to Narkiss's dismay, the politicians would still not allow the Old City to be taken. But with a looming ceasefire approaching after an emergency meeting of the UN, Moshe Dayan gave the order to Narkiss, who quickly capitalized on the opportunity to capture the city before any ceasefire prevented this as an option. Under his direction, the Old City was captured and Jerusalem reunified under Israeli control. From Narkiss's viewpoint, this completed the campaign he had begun 19 years earlier, and whose previous failure had haunted him. After the 1967 Six-Day War, the Palestinian village of Beit Awwa was completely destroyed. Moshe Dayan claimed the destruction was carried out under the orders of an officer who wished to expel the residents. Brigadier General Uzi Narkiss claimed the credit for the action. Narkiss retired from the IDF in 1968, subsequently holding key positions in the Jewish Agency and the World Zionist Organization. In 1948, Uzi Narkiss plundered the body of the dead Palestinian commander Abdul Qadir Husseini for his Quran on the battlefield. In the 1980s, he wanted to give it to Qadir's son Faisal Husseini, but only in the presence of journalists and TV cameras. Otherwise, I am not interested. Husseini was not interested under such terms, and Narkiss therefore kept his plunder. He died in Jerusalem at the age of 72.